What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 14 Reunion Part 2. Let's just go ahead. It was okay. Let's just go ahead and get this started. So, y'all, Jennifer and Kathy arrive, and they look in their cars and stuff. Okay, so we get the show going. You know, Andy asks Garcelle, is there anything else she needs to say? Garcelle says, I apologize, tell Kyle. She tells Kyle, I feel like you told me things off camera to shut me up. And of course, Kyle started to lie. She was like, I was telling you this because I trusted you and you were my friend. And I was like, Kyle, please. Girl. So Bo said, she needs to say that she's not sharing. Y'all, I forgot why I wrote that down. Like, I really forgot why I wrote that down. Anyway, so Andy asked Dorit about Kyle having two sets of rules. And of course, Dorit was like, yeah, she do. And Kyle was like, well, I feel the same way about Dorit when it comes to me and Erica. And Dorit was like, what you talking about? Like, you tripping. Like, you do have a second set of rules. You were just, I feel like Kyle is mad because she couldn't treat Dorit how she's always treated Dorit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she just always treated Dorit like crap. I'm just saying. So Kyle sitting there acting like she didn't distance herself away from Dorit when she was friends with Morgan, and you absolutely did. You then went on one of those shows and said, you went on something and said that Dorit exaggerated y'all friendship. And then you was mad because Dorit said she really basically she didn't know where y'all stood as far as the friendship goes. She doesn't know. She don't know what she don't know. And she only know what you give her. And you gave her your ass to kiss just like you gave Mauricio your ass to kiss. So you can kind of miss me with all of that. So then they start to talk about Morgan a little bit. And so Kyle was like, oh, she have anxiety. And Andy was like, but she's a singer. She got anxiety. And just by being mentioned, on a housewife show, she all of a sudden got anxiety, and she appear in magazines, shows in front of thousands and hundreds of people. Kyle was like, but this is different. Kyle, please get out of our face with this. Please go, just go, because right now you really sounding stupid. Okay. So Andy tells Kyle the video of her and Morgan pushed out a runaway train. And it did feel like you wanted to have your cake and eat it too. Like, you want to be over here with Morgan, but you want to be hush hush about it in the group. And then when people bring it up, you have a problem with it. No, let me say this. When they bring it up, you have a problem. You want to keep lying about it. But then when Garcelle kept asking you, you kept making it seem like she was being problematic when in reality she wasn't. So let's fast forward to this reunion today where Andy and Dorit was weighing your ass out about Morgan, and you act like you couldn't say nothing. So it was okay for you. You was trying to keep up with them, still trying to lie to them, but at the same time you was still trying to play in Garcelle's face the whole time when she asked you about that. I don't care. You brought this lady on the show, therefore we need to talk about her. But then you start to talk about Mauricio, and you're still like bits and pieces when it comes to Mauricio. You want to pick and choose what parts of Mauricio you want to talk about. I guess just the parts that affect you, that you get to cry and make it seem like you're the victim, right? Right. Okay. So at this point, Kyle and Dorit's friendship is pending, I guess, once again until next season. I don't know. So then we talk about the Kyle and PK text thread of it all. Okay. So Dorit asks Kyle, you need to wrap your head around this, and just wrap your head around the fact that you actually, we're not even talking about the text. It's just the fact that you told Bose that Dorit need to go cuss up. Okay? So Kyle says, well, this wasn't a random text on a Wednesday. She said she texted PK due to the separation. You haven't even addressed the comment that Dorit asked you when you The comment that you made about Dorit going herself. You haven't even made that comment, nor have you apologized about that comment, which further proves my point. You want to treat Dorit like she just your side piece. Like you can just toss her around and treat her however you want to treat her. Like first of all, I'm all for Dorit weighing you to go, cause y'all friends. So Andy asked if anybody was Team Kyle as far as her texting PK. Nobody raised their hand because nobody wasn't down for that. And I do feel like you text PK to spite Dorit ugly ass. Okay? Because she pissed me off. Sorry, y'all. You did it to spite her. And you won't even admit to it. And you probably was talking a whole bunch of stuff about Dorit. I believe that. I believe it. I believe it. Anyway, Erica says, and she makes me, her broke ass make me sick. I'm sorry, y'all. I said today ain't one of them colorful days, okay? So Erica said she didn't think that it was inappropriate. She thought that her talking to PK was just about the show. And here you go with your head up Kyle ass. So you can try to secure a spot on the show with your broke ass. And the fact that you don't even have a storyline. So I'm going to play it over here where it's safe. Girl, all right. So Andy asked, how would you feel if Dorit asked Kyle, how would you feel if Dorit texted Mo and she didn't inform you? Kyle said, oh my God, well, you know, it would bother me. No, it wouldn't bother you. It will piss you the hell off to no end, and you would be all up in her face. You would have been questioning her all season long about her texting Mauricio. You would have turned on your tears, and you would have been trying to eat her up at every scene, trying to make her feel bad for a text that she sent to Mo, but she never told you about it. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. If you gonna do it, let's be clear. Okay? So anyway, the fact that Kyle is trying to defend this text messaging to PK is unheard of. Okay? You shouldn't have texted that lady husband. You was all on this lady's side as long as you was pissed off at Dorit. So then, to add more insult to injury, you tried to throw Garcelle and Sutton under the bus, but you already, by you trying to justify your wrongdoing, they don't mess with Dorit, and Dorit don't mess with them. Point blank, period. Okay? So, at this point, throughout the duration of this reunion and this entire season, Kyle still doesn't take accountability, responsibility, nothing. Okay? So, Bo said in an interview she interviewed with somebody, and she said she thought that Kyle was a liar. They asked her about the text messages, and Bo said she thought Kyle was a liar. So Kyle was like, well, I don't lie. And Bose was like, but lies were told. And she said, you omitting things is still a lie, and that is true. So Kyle says, so Andy asked, so Kyle, are you still texting PK? This wench pop up and says yes. She says she texted PK when Jagger was in the hospital. No, you should have texted Dorit. Why are you texting him? I mean, from my, you know what? Anyway, just say you don't like Dorit. Just say that's a friendship of convenience for you. That's all. Like, just say what it really, really is. Like, you don't really feature Dorit like that. And just say that. But stop trying to play in this lady face. So Dorit admits that PK has told her everything that Kyle has texted him. And I feel like that's bullshit. I feel like those things he kept in his pocket, he didn't tell you everything. That's what he's telling you, because he's a liar too. The only time he probably told you stuff about Kyle is when he was trying to get on your good side. So Dorit, you can really miss us with that, because you have shown us, and PK have shown us, that he is not to be trusted. Hello. So anyway, why do I have all this attitude? I just need to get all this energy off, okay? I got a lot of energy and I need to get it off. So as we go off, y'all, we see Garcelle slouched on the sofa with her head over here. I was like, why she sitting like that? Anyway, so then we come back. Jennifer Tilly is on the stage now. And one of Kyle's rusty crystals is dropping. And it's like, girl, you brought them crystals for what? For what? What you brought the amethyst for? Why? I mean, did it help you? Because they don't look like it. So they do Jennifer's montage. And so, the first part of the montage was when they were showing Sutton and Jennifer greeting one another like, Sutton, Jennifer. And you can see Erica broke ass face. Like, why are you mad? Why is you here? Huh? Why is you here? Baby, it was her broke ass face for me. You mad because you already made the comment prior that you don't understand why her and Sutton friends. Baby, you can't even speak their financial language. Please go to your she shed and go somewhere. So, I'm sorry, y'all. Jennifer said, the montage was over. Jennifer said that everything was real. She said she is a super fan like Bose, But I think when it comes to fans, she never, like most people, use it and try to promote their way onto the show or try to start beef with everybody. No, Jennifer came, ate her food, minded her business. She had a little comments here and there, but it wasn't problematic at all. She just kind of showed up. She didn't come off like a super fan. She said she was, but she never came off like a fan who is now a friend of the show. She didn't try to come up all thirsty. She just came and did her thing, and that was it. And that's the one thing I can appreciate that about her and Kathy. When they come, they just regular. Like, they just regular, if you ask me. So she said, they talked about her bag, but when I tell you that Louis Vuitton boat bag was everything. And she said she had, like most people have a druggie dealer. She have a bag dealer. And when I tell you I'm not mad at that because Jennifer is rich AF, I want that. Like, I would love it. Like, if I could create a most comfortable, well-off life, I'm happy. I'm going to be just as delusional as her and Kathy put together. Okay? So, Andy asked if those Simpson checks are more than 7 figures. The Simpsons been on since what we want to say the 60s, 70s. I'm sorry. She said, I cannot say. Don't say. Don't say. Please don't say. But you can tell me. I'm not going to tell anybody. Okay? I feel like those Simpsons checks are well over 7 figures. Because everybody still watch The Simpsons. The Simpsons is still ongoing. We are in 2025. The Simpsons been on for quite some time. Anyway, so Dorit asks Jennifer, she tells Jennifer, well, when you made that comment on the after show, I think she was on the after show with Garcelle and Sutton, and I guess she made the comment about how can PK afford to stay at the Four Seasons or whatever. She said, Dorit said, well, I thought you was joining the Witches of Eastwick. The way Dorit have too much dip on her chip, and I would have cussed her the fuck out. Like, who you talking about? Because you think because you got that black girl sitting right there, you been popping off since. You really been popping off. But I'm about to pop you. Okay? I'm sorry. Just saying. Dorit got way too much dip on her chip, and you, Garcelle, and let me just speak for Garcelle. Garcelle and Sutton is way too quiet for me. Like, where was all this momentum, throughout that momentum from throughout the season? Where we at? Okay, because I feel like we on push pause. Okay? I think my auntie Garcelle has thrown in the towel Fancy thrown in the towel, girl. I don't know. Call Fancy. I'm sorry, y'all. Because Garcelle, you ain't doing nothing. Okay? And that's too much for me. All right? We need to find out why you finna leave next week right before the toast. And why you didn't douse one of them with one of them drinks. Okay? Why you didn't take Sutton's drink and douse one with it and douse that other one, especially Erica, with they broke asses. Okay? I just want to say that this here review is sponsored by the Brokest, okay? Anyway, so Kathy is here, girl. Y'all know I like Kathy, girl. Now her coming in here looking like an angel, okay? So I'm sorry. So she sat next to Erica Brokest, okay? Let me tell you, I've been saying a lot of words. I've been colorful and broke ass, okay? Because them two been pissing me off. So she's sitting next to Erica Brokest, okay? And so they talk about when she was at the fashion show. And I'm sorry if y'all can hear that. That's my ice maker. So she was at the fashion show and she was talking to Erica Mama. And so she was like, well, I was talking to Miss Girardi. And she was like, well, I'm Miss Girardi. Girl, why is you still claiming that name? What is your name? So we find out so she was like, well, I was talking to Miss Jane. And she was like, well, that's not my real name. That's my stage name. You know what? Maybe I ain't been watching so long. But, Erica definitely let me tell you, she said she had a country name. And she said her mom's name was Renee. And her dad called her mom Nene. And that's country how? Because first of all, I don't know if my friend be watching my videos, but my sister, her name is Renee. And guess what? Nene, you don't never want Nene to come out. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you, sister. I love you, friend. I love you. But I'm just saying, and it was just how she was saying it. It was like, it felt a little urban. If you ask me, it felt a little urban. And I feel like country is not the word Yo has wanted to use. I feel like you wanted to say ghetto. But I'm going to keep my comments to myself. So apparently her broke ass name is not Erica Jane. It's Erica Nay. Okay? And I was like, you fraudulent. You being fraudulent. And you still fraudulent. And you will always and forever be fraudulent. In my kinky voice. Check out my Real Housewives video after y'all watch this one. Anyway. So, apparently, we talk about Kathy being part Chinese. So, this how Kathy found out she was a Chinese lady. Okay, she met a lady. She was talking to the lady. The lady Googled her name, and apparently she part Chinese. So let me go Google my doggone name and see what I'm part of. So Andy asked Kathy, you feel like since you've been around the ladies, you've been a little shady. She was like, yes, she make a little joke or whatever. And she said, yes, since I've been around the ladies, I've been a little shady. Because, they made the comment about... She made the comment about Mauricio looking like he 56. I wasn't PK, but whatever. They look old. Okay, first of all, Kathy, let me stop you right there. All right, boo. And now PK is another old people story. Okay, he another decrepit story. But Mauricio, we're not gonna do that to Mauricio. So then she low-key tried to clean it up and say, he looks a lot younger now. To be honest with y'all, I'm just glad I get to watch a reunion with Kyle and Kathy, not really tussling their family relationship, that they really have a good relationship. So I'm happy about that. I don't want to see that anymore. So Andrew asked who sucks up to I guess that came up about who sucks up to Kathy more, Sutton or Garcelle. So Erica says Sutton by way of by way of Garcelle. I mean, and no, and next in the runner up was Garcelle. And I was like, girl, if you don't shut your broke ass up, cause you just mad, cause you live in a she shed with your with your stealing, scamming, broke ass husband. Even though y'all don't live together, but I'm just saying. And you keep you like I'm still trying to figure out what's this energy. Why do you have this energy? Like I mean, maybe Sutton for whatever reason, but what's this energy for Garcelle? You just decided to wake up today and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna go after Garcelle. The way I will be eating you up if I was Garcelle. Anyway, Garcelle was like, wait, hold up, before we move on, we need to know based on what? Based on what? And she was like, well, it's just my opinion. Girl, you are pressed. You are definitely giving pressed, okay? So then we get on this sisterhood BS. So Andy was like, son, what was your goal? She said, well, the group was disjointed and I wanted to bring everybody back together and I wanted everybody to be able to say whatever they wanted to say when they wanted to say, not how they wanted to say it, but respectfully. She didn't say that, but that's what she said, okay? So then I want to say Andy asked Garcelle if he felt like Bose was too hard on Dorit, and I think Garcelle says yes, and then Bose and Dorit get to going back and forth. So Sutton she couldn't get a word in because, you know, of course, Bose was over talking her. Of course. But she was just really trying to make her point. She wasn't over talking her. She was really just stating her point, and Dorit kept trying to cut her off. Like, just hear her out. You know, and bottom line is Sutton didn't take accountability in the part she played in this sisterhood thing. I know she tried, but it just was an epic fail. And you can't be a sisterhood if you don't really fool with Dorit like that. Like, this is not a real sisterhood, but whatever. So Andy tells Sutton, well, in the spirit of sisterhood, when Dorit was talking about her son finding out, I want to say that's when the little boy found out about them divorcing somewhere, you abruptly interrupted Dorit while she was talking. And you did. I felt like that was very cringy. Of course, that was cringy to me. And so, she was like, she said, well, production told me to do it. So if production tell you to jump off a bridge, you gonna jump, Sutton? That's what it sounded like. And so here go Dorit. She start to yell at Sutton. Like, anytime Dorit felt like she could go off on Sutton and Garcelle, she took that chance. She took that chance, baby. This season got her piping right on up. But I would have smacked the piss out of her, and she would have went right on down. I'm sorry, y'all. She's trying to fix this little necklace thing. Anyway, so at this point, Dorit is trying to antagonize Sutton so she can get that energy that she got from Sutton this season. Okay? So we talk about the wallet comment. And everybody felt like that was rude. For what? It was the truth. Did she lie? Her wallet is bigger than Dorit's. Angry rich? Isn't this the point of having pointless arguments with rich people? What else we gonna argue about? My wallet is bigger than yours. But then you tell Camille Grammer, which I'm not a fan of, I called you a effing see you next Tuesday. But the comment, Sutton's comment about my wallet being bigger was insulting. It would be insulting for some broke ass people. Okay? Whatever. So Dorit says that she's happy. She said, I'm happy, and that's better than a big bank account. And, you know, I would like to add that a lot of broke people say that. Hide your money. Poor people coming. What your broke ass? Like, I gotta get that. I'm gonna have to get that and add that. Start adding all this stuff in my videos, okay? So I can be real creative. Anyway, so Sutton start the pipe up. And then Dorit was trying to get that energy and she was trying to get that reaction. And Dorit started to say, there she go. There she go. The way Dorit was antagonizing Sutton, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have let Dorit raggedy ass get under my skin. I would have called her every broke on the planet. You understand? The way y'all let Dorit eat y'all up this reunion, she wrapped Sutton and Kyle up in the boat and kept it going. Y'all let two of the brokest people eat y'all up. And this is where the episode ends. But let me tell y'all this, production. Don't y'all ever make us think that my auntie Garcelle just walked out in the middle of the reunion. She walked out when y'all was finished. My girl stayed. My girl soldiered up. And we're going to find out next week why she left. Because I know one of them brokers and said something. Okay? They said something. Okay? Now, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be notified on every video that I drop. And make sure y'all liking up the videos with your broke ass. Okay?